Motivation is available for free. Business owners need a reality check and then solutions. As humans, we are creatures of growth. When we don't grow, we die on the inside. People don't want to just make money. They want love, they want connection, they want respect from the people who matter most to them. It's a reality that when you grow, the way people see you and treat you changes.
Are there people that up until now who's with you in the business?
Some people just come into your life. The best way to attract the right people is by avoiding the wrong ones. Learning is a skill. Not everybody has it.
There are people who has no learning capabilities at all. What do you think that they should do?
Don't fire, because the first person who deserves to be fired is you, because you hired them. Most workplaces, clarity is missing. I believe a business is a vehicle to serve people. I always say this, motivation is available for free. I don't think business owners need motivation. I think business owners need a reality check and then solutions. Motivation is of low value. It's temporary. It's feel good. I like working with entrepreneurs who like to keep it real.
Yeah. Who can really share like the not so good stuff.
Absolutely. And deal with it.
Yeah.
You can't just run away from it saying one day, someday it'll all be fine.
Yeah. I think you really raised a good point when it comes to the self-employment trap.
Yeah.
And I think there are so many people who is also enticed because there's this trend going online who you can be a solopreneur with all these AI automations. You can kind of like set it up and everything will work for you. But one of my biggest questions, because you're talking about like these businesses work for you and all of this, the times is changing so fast. Do you really believe that this, like what you're teaching is like it's like a wheel and spokes? Is this applicable to all kinds of businesses, or is it just for like specific kinds?
Every single type of business, whether you're a farmer or you run a pharma business, whether you're a manufacturing company, a real estate company, a services professional, it doesn't matter. Prove to me that you don't need leads. You need leads, which means you need marketing. Prove to me you don't need sales. You need sales. Prove to me that you don't need to set up operational processes and systems to deliver value to your customers in a seamless manner. No matter which industry you belong to, you need to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Prove to me you don't need to have accuracy and compliance in your accounting. The government will come after you. Okay.
Yeah.
Prove to me that you don't have to hire the right people, develop them, and retain talent. Every business needs it. So these are universal fundamental principles.
Yeah.
Everything else on top of it is a value addition. Like say 5 years ago or 7 years ago, digital marketing was a value addition. It's a great accelerator.
Yeah.
Today, AI is a value addition. It's a great accelerator. So I believe the fundamentals remain the same. There'll be new accelerators that will come on top of it. And it's important to adapt to the accelerators. But this entire trend that you spoke about, where everybody wants to become a freelancer, work from home, I think that's exciting in the initial days till you make money. Once you make money, okay, and you get stagnated because everything is dependent on you, then it starts frustrating you. Okay. As humans, we are creatures of growth. And when we don't grow, we die on the inside for sure. So who's excited by the proposition of being a freelancer? A student who just graduated out of university.
Yeah.
A homemaker who's sacrificed her professional career for the sake of family and now wants to express herself professionally and make some money. Or a person who's been in a job and has always had this desire that I want to do something of my own. Probably these are the three profiles excited about freelancing. But what tends to happen is, even in freelancing, 8 out of 10 people who start any kind of freelancing fail because they don't get the marketing, sales, operations right. The fundamentals right. The two who get it right, they may not say this publicly, but they hate it beyond a point of time because they have to do everything.
They get burned out.
Like some of the top creators in India are my students. And they have followers in millions. And they tell me behind the scenes saying, there are days I don't want to see the camera. I don't want to wake up to do this. Everything is so dependent on me. So today, most of them are looking at leveraging the distribution they have through content to build businesses which doesn't need them. because of two reasons. Number one, it's too dependent on them. It's too draining
Yeah.
for any individual. And second, they realize that probably this game of content is a 3-year, 5-year, 8-year, 10-year. If you really reinvent yourself in phases.
Yeah.
Then it kind of settles down. Then there's someone new, someone who's dancing better on TikTok, who's coming and getting the views, right? So I think it's the case for any freelancing profession, any individual capability driven profession, be it a doctor, be it a lawyer, be it a chartered accountant, a chiropractor. Most of these guys, see, it's like this. Been in love ever?
Yeah.
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 The chase is exciting, right?
Yeah.
So even for a business owner, when you start, the chase of stability is exciting. That I can take my 100,000 pesos home. I can take my 200,000 pesos home. It's exciting initially. It's painful because you don't get it. So when you get it, you're like, man, this is all that I wanted.
Yeah.
Well, take care of the prayers you're sending out to the universe. Because the moment you say, this is all that I wanted, you only get that. And then after a period of 2, 3, 4 years, you want to kill yourself for doing it. Yeah. So I think if people have a longer term view and perspective,
Yeah.
then they can ask themselves, what do I really want to build? And the word is build. And building requires putting one brick at a time.
Yeah.
So business is about putting those bricks in place.
Yeah. In a very, very long time. Not just 1 year, not just 6 months. It's not even 3 years.
I say the challenge is we are in a TikTok generation where in 60 seconds people want orgasms. So it doesn't work that way, right?
That makes. I think you got that on point. I'm so curious. Like, if I can ask this one's a little bit more kind of like personal. But why are you so passionate? And I can really feel the fire in your eyes, and just when I could feel like even if you just if you have someone beside you in an elevator and they have a business, probably you'll share it to them too. But why are you so passionate with the things that you're sharing?
My dad was my inspiration of starting a business. He gave all his life to his business and he failed as an entrepreneur. And to see the man who was my biggest source of inspiration lose his own confidence was a hurt that I had to heal. I started a business hoping that this is going to work out. 10 years, every single day, feeling like a hypocrite, going to bed, knowing that even if the business is making money, I'm not taking any of that home because I needed to sustain the business and keep it alive. So I think the scars of my dad, my own scars, and then after that phase of 10 years to start coaching businesses, and then hear the stories of what that success meant, not to the business, but to the family of that business owner. I think that wakes me up. That I can wake up at 2 a.m. and do this every single day. So I think it's a combination of my father's hurt, my failures, and just to be able to see what's happened to the lives of those business owners who worked with us, and we've coached them and they've been able to scale the business. They've been able to create careers for their team members, fulfill the dreams of those team members, elevate the quality of life. I genuinely believe each one of us wake up every morning and go to work for the sake of our loved ones. We want to make them proud. We want to provide to them.
Yeah.
And most people talk about patriotism. I think the most patriotic expression an individual can have is to take care of your customers, take care of your team members, take care of your family. You've done that. You've been a great citizen to your country.
Yeah.
So I genuinely feel strongly about these things.
Yeah. And I thank you for sharing that. I think for so many people as well, they're in the beginning, they think it really is about money. But when you kind of make money, you realize that it's about that. It's the bigger impact.
The reality is such people who think it's about the money don't even make it. They just get stuck in this rut of me, my money, my fame, my success. It's not about you.
Yeah. Is there can you share, is there like a crazy story? What's the craziest kind of like story that you heard from someone you've helped that kind of like transformed their lives? Is there like any specific student who kind of like really hits deep when it comes to their transformation?
I have more than 3,500 success stories of clients. So I have to be careful about whose story I choose. I need to go back to India. No, but I think two come to my mind. One was a failed entrepreneur. He'd failed 3 times in business. Family was in deep debt because of the money he had borrowed to build his business. And after failing in business thrice, the family said, "You will not do another business." And he took up a job with one of his relatives who was more so giving him a job as an obligation.
Yeah.
Okay, saying that, okay, you'll take back your 15,000 to 20,000 pesos a month, and you'll at least afford the groceries for your family.
Yeah.
Now, that kind of an entrepreneur having to swallow his identity, ego, self image, whatever you'd like to call it, and going to a job every day is like dying every day. He came to our program, the one you're going to be attending starting tomorrow. He came to that program. He made a decision that he wanted to give himself another opportunity because he realized the mistakes he had made in the previous three businesses. He said, one last time I want to back myself. One last time I want to believe in myself. And he took the learnings, took our support in coaching, started a business from scratch, started a real estate construction business, like a contracting business where he would build homes and offices for people. Grew the business tremendously within 2 years' time. 2 years later, he invited me to his home during a festival, and he insisted that I go. So I went. And his father was like probably in his late 80s, barely could stand, couldn't hear, had a hearing aid, couldn't see, had those thick glasses. And his father said something to him in their regional language, which I didn't understand. And I got out of the home. He walked with me till the car, and I asked him, "What did your dad say?" He said, "Tell this man, I gave you birth, he gave you life." It shook me because till that point, I used to only see what I do as helping people grow their business. I didn't know what it meant to their families. And then as I was sitting in my car, I looked at him and said, "Are you happy I came home? Because you were so insistent on me coming home." He said something that shifted my purpose of doing coaching forever. He said, "The reason I called you home today was, did you see the love, respect I was getting in my family?" I said, "Yes." He said, "That's my wife, my own children, my mom, my siblings. These are the same people who spoke down on me, who never respected me. But because I've been able to build a business today, they're proud of me." He's like, "They are my loved ones." And even they gave me respect only after I proved myself in business. And for me, that was very deep and meaningful because I realized people don't want to just make money. They want love, they want connection, they want respect from the people who matter most to them.
Yeah.
And without any judgment to those families who don't love, respect, and connect with those who failed in business, I think it's a reality that when you grow, the way people see you and treat you changes. So that was a very, very deep impact experience I had. So that was one that comes to my mind.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Um, I'm just really excited to, of course, attend your program because I'm sure that there will be more stories. You mentioned 3,500 people just through the program alone.
Just through the coaching, one-to-one coaching.
Oh, the one-on-one
program
coaching
alone, we've
program.
had more than 45,000.
Crazy numbers. But again, I think you're doing really amazing work, doing God's work, if I can say that, and just really changing not just these entrepreneurs and business owners' lives, but also their families' lives. And especially here in the Philippines, I think it's the number one reason why people really start a business. If we go deep into why they want to be rich, they want to have money, it's really to give back to their families and give them the best life that they could possibly have. And so again, thank you so much for all of the work that you're doing. I guess if I can ask like some more technical stuff in terms of the business before I let you go and rest before we start off the program tomorrow. But you mentioned that one of the spokes in the business is really hiring.
Yeah.
I think more specifically, getting the right people to join you on your mission in whatever business that you want to have. Is there who are like the first people who believed in you? Are there people that up until now who's with you in the business, like, or did your teams kind of evolve? Did the people that you work with kind of change over time as well?
Yeah, I mean, I started Quantum Leap in 2006 with two co-founders. The first one left in the first year, the second one left in the third year. And my business partner today actually came in as an intern. And he contributed way more than my previous business partner as an intern. So he
Really?
really believed in personal development, in helping businesses grow. And he was the perfect business partner that I could have ever asked for. So I always say this to him. I say the company is yours, I'm the freelancer. Because he's the one who's really built the organization, built the 200 member team, set up the systems. He's a genius when it comes to organization building. So yeah, I mean, he came in as an intern, joined in full time within a year, really built the business from its toughest days, just stood like a rock, believing that we can do something brilliant.
Yeah.
So
How did you attract this person who now works with you and built this company with you?
lots of prayers. No, I think
Where do you find these people?
see, I think there are two things. Some people just come into your life. I do believe in there's some kind of divine providence to bring in the right kind of people into your life. But over and above that, I talk about general hiring, I think the best way to attract the right people is by avoiding the wrong ones.
Sorry, can you say that again?
The best way to attract the right people is by avoiding the wrong ones. Far too many business owners settle for team members even when they can see through that this person does not have the required skills, knowledge, and attitude. And they just live on that hope that someday this person will turn around.
Why do you think people do that?
Because they don't know how to source people. Most business owners, when they have a job opening, what do? They just send out a message on all the WhatsApp groups that they're a part of, put a post on LinkedIn, okay, put a post on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, let a few family and friends know that, hey, listen, if you have someone, let me know. That's a futile exercise. Or at the maximum, they'll work with a recruitment consultant. And then that recruitment consultant that they'll work with is also a business struggling in firefighting. So if they're not able to source candidates for you, they'll come back and tell you, oh, your brand is not big enough, therefore nobody wants to come to your office. So most business owners don't understand the stages of hiring. There's a preparation stage, there's a sourcing stage, there's a screening and selection stage. The preparation stage is the job of the business owner, where you need to define the activities you expect the person to do. Most business owners don't detail the activities. They just say, I need a marketing executive.
Yeah.
Now, in your world, marketing executive may be a telecaller who's going to make calls. In the candidate's world, he may think, oh, marketing executive, I'm going to manage the social media accounts of this business. You got to detail the tasks and activities you expect the person to do. You got to detail the skills, knowledge required to do those tasks and activities. You got to prepare the questions to ask, the tasks and assignments to give, the tests or examinations to conduct, the psychometrics assessments to use to evaluate the capability. Now, this is preparation. 9 out of 10 business owners don't do this preparation. They just give a time slot for an interview. They land up there unprepared like the candidate, and they ask meaningless questions like, are you hardworking? Are you open to learning? Are you going to be committed? Will you stay in the company for a long time? The guy who's desperate for a job will say yes. But then they say, oh, I found the ideal candidate. Then they realize they found a useless son-in-law. Okay? So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that hurts a little. I guess there are so many times, and even in my starting business, that I've kind of like just got whoever wants to get a job, and
Yeah, and
hopefully
you got
it
to
works.
save your energy, my friend. You can't give your energy to people who are not even having the learning ability. See, I don't believe you will find ready-made talent on this planet. Academic institutions have failed the world. They don't prepare you for the real world. Yet parents take loans on education and put people through meaningless education, right? So you will not find ready-made talent unless and until you're hiring someone who comes from an experienced background in the similar industry, in a similar job role, and then you're hiring that person, right? So the key is, as a business owner, you need to be clear that you can't waste your energy on someone who does not have the learning capability.
Yeah. And do you think that that's the number one thing you find?
100%.
The learning capability.
Yeah, I think it's actually a skill. Learning is a skill. Not everybody has it.
And if let's say someone now hears that and they take an audit for their whole team and they realize that there are people in my team who has no learning capabilities at all. What do you think that they should do?
Don't fire. Don't. Because then the first person who deserves to be fired is you. Because you hired them. Right? So you first learn. How do you hire the right people? How do you develop people? How do you appraise salaries in a scientific manner? How do you fire the wrong people? Then you put your existing team through an exercise of clarity. Define the goals, define their roles, define the systems of working. Because in most workplaces, clarity is missing. We just tell people do this, but assuming that they know how it's supposed to be done. Okay, so get into the details of defining goals, roles, systems. After defining goals, roles, and systems, you train your team on the skills and knowledge to do that work.
Yeah.
After training them on the skills and knowledge, if they're still not capable, then let them go. But I think you need to give a fair chance to every person.
Yeah. Okay, so we're not, you're not this really hard-hearted. Like, let them go and fire them on the spot.
I believe a business is a vehicle to serve people. And first comes your customers, second comes your team members, third comes you as a business owner. All three deserve to be served.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm really excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the first day of your program here in the Philippines, PACE. I am not familiar if you've done this here before.
I have.
But can you share like what pushed you to do this here in the Philippines and not just stay in India?
I think I've done 2 programs in the Philippines, 2017 and 2019. So yeah, 2 years pre-COVID. Okay. So I intended to build Philippines as an active market when I came here 2017 and 2019 for the simple reason that I feel Philippines and India are a mirror to each other.
Yeah.
Culturally, we are God-fearing people. We are family-first people. I hate to say this, but we also carry an inferiority complex in front of the West, while we are extremely hardworking and loving people. And I believe that countries like India, countries like Philippines, if we can empower business owners in these kind of countries, then those economies will really hit an upward spiral. Because today, what is the number one aspiration of a young person in some remote island in the Philippines? To take up a job in the US or get placed in the Middle East. I think that has to change. And that can change only and only when we have businesses thriving, so that there are role models for young kids in the Philippines to say, I want to start a business. I want to make money and build this economy.
Yeah.
I think if we are able to do that, then we give the world a superpower. We are called developing economies. But I think the day we become developed, then we will be the superpowers the world deserves, because we have our heart in the right place.
Yeah.
And I genuinely feel that I don't see any difference between the people of India and the people of Philippines.
Yeah.
It's the same value system. It's the same cultural ethos of family first, believing in the institution of marriage. And it's the same challenge. We undervalue ourselves.
Yeah.
So I feel this is home away from home for me.
Yeah. And I'm sure that I mean, just by
And I'm told I look like some Philippines.
John Lloyd.
Apparently, he's a best-selling movie star, matinee star. Okay, done. I'll take that.
Well, I'm sure. I really hope that more and more Filipinos get to know your stuff, and just I think there's a really huge gap here in the Philippines who talks about this stuff. I remember talking this to a training company, that because I attended one of their personal finance courses programs, and then I said that if there would be a business business program, business whatever, let me know, because I really want to join. I really want to learn all of these things. And I guess after 2 months, one of our friends as well, Miss Annie, mentioned that you're coming here, and that's exactly what you do. And so I'm just really happy that more and more Filipinos are going to get help because of the things that you share and teach. Of course, tomorrow, I think this would be when this episode comes out. PACE is already done here in the Philippines, but are you going to come back? Do you have any upcoming programs here for the Filipinos?
So this time, while I've come to the Philippines, I've come not to leave it. I've come to build it. And when I say I've come to build it, I may go back to India, but the work of Quantum Leap will stay in the Philippines. So I have very able partners over here. I have Annie, I have Marinil, I have Wilson. Three phenomenal human beings, successful entrepreneurs themselves.
Yeah.
And honestly, I wouldn't be here without them because they fought with me. They threatened me. Okay, they emotionally blackmailed me. You got to come to the Philippines again, and I just couldn't say no to them.
Yeah.
And then I said, let's build something which is an active community for business owners. So while the PACE program may happen once a year here in Manila, and I hope to come here once in a year at least, we are going to have a support system built for business owners in the Philippines. We are calling it the Quantum Leap Hub, where we are going to create a learning community of business owners who are going to learn very relevant skills on a monthly basis. And it'll be a physical community, not an online community.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to how that unfolds.
Yes, and I'm sure a lot of people are excited to hear that as well because a lot of people needs that kind of community, that kind of hub. So I'll be sharing everything, to all of my other business owners friends who I know that can be benefited from the things that you share. And I'm very excited. Hopefully, of course, with the program coming up, and of course to see you again here in the Philippines when you come back here. Thank you so much. I learned so much from this short conversation that we have, but I'm sure I'm going to learn more when I go through your program. So thank you so much, Richie, for sharing your time here.
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Yeah. And of course, for everyone who's still watching, who's listening on Spotify, or watching on YouTube or on any kind of platform, thank you guys so much. If you like this episode, please share it to as many people as you can. Share it to your business owner friends because we are going to start a movement here in the Philippines. So hopefully you guys can join this trend of just having so many successful business owners here as well. So again, thank you guys so much. My name is Alec Cuenca and this is Small Talk, and I'll see you guys next episode.